I feel like I'm a caged animal. And if you could relate to what I'm saying, I'm not the only human being in the world that feels this, but this is my take on life. For real, for real. I feel that anything could be a problem if I make it. Ooh, there's one of them ones. I feel like anything could be a problem if I make it because people don't care about it like me. You know? Like a caged animal. And like when you're an animal, you have to watch how you interact with others because if you got a tiger just out running and shit, and you try to play with the tiger just might, like I don't gotta explain that. But like when the tiger is aware that it's a tiger, or when you're aware that you're a tiger, you watch every interaction that you have. You watch how you talk to people. You watch you watch how you respond to people who upset you. And for me, it's like I'm not the only one in the world. When everything is okay, I let everybody say whatever they say, da da da, and they get away with it. They get away with a lot of shit. They can say a lot of slick shit, and everybody who feels this way, you could always respond, but you don't. You could respond and you could say something more foul, but it tends to be that the people who are less foul, they actually say the most shit, and the people that are more foul they actually don't. They actually never say the things that would, end the careers of the people who tell them some shit. But not for nothing, I feel like if something is everything could be okay and I can make it a problem just because of something I don't like. And self sabotage. Ooh, this is a crossover series. Self sabotage. And this comes down to relationships and shit. And sometimes things are so good that we have to ruin it. I'm talking to my crash outs right now. I'm talking to all my crash outs. Like, if you know what I'm saying is a fact. Like, when you're so mad about something that could be so small, it doesn't even have to be something really serious, but it got you upset. And the night could go on. It could be no fighting, no argument, no da da da. But something with you won't leave it alone. And for me calling myself a caged animal is understanding that sometimes you should leave it alone. Sometimes you feel that way and it doesn't mean what you think it means. It's not exactly how you feel it is. It's you. It's you. And we create our own demons. And I was having this conversation. I really love this convo. Shout out Mally, and Cahill and Taz. We was really talking about this shit, and our demons, they're not real. They're not real. Nobody's stopping us. And we really put things on ourselves and we create problems out of situations that should have never even been a problem to begin with. And once you can realize, yo, I took this here when it shouldn't have been this, then you understand that the problem is you. Not saying you shouldn't feel anything. Not saying you shouldn't feel a way. There's like obviously there's a very fine line in when you feel a way about certain shit. But what I'm saying is I have to watch how I interact with everybody. I gotta watch how I talk to everybody because everybody's one thing away from snapping. I'm a big fan of the movie The Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, that version. I love Heath Ledger. But the Joker, like, it's just so real. Like, he's crashing out, but people did shit to him. It's not like he just crashed out. You know what I'm saying? He's aware of who he is. I feel like just being aware of who you are is so key. And for me right now at this point in my life, I'm just at a point where I'm understanding that I can ruin the whole thing, whatever it is. I could make a song. I could listen to the song, and 2 days from now, I'm like, yo, this shit is so garbage. I don't want nobody to hear it. Nobody ever hears it. I didn't have to do that. The song wasn't bad, but I did that. I could see somebody, yo, wow, they really did that. Nah, bro, they really playing with me. Like, nah, it's fuck them. You could do that, but like you write off so many things. You write off your blessings. You write off networking, so many connections, and just shit off of shit that you're mentally creating. You know, and for me, relationship wise, self-sabotage has been it's been a real thing for me. And when things are going well, you could find anything. And it's not really a problem. And something I saw is this beautiful thing about like the problem, right? The problem is, right, I don't want to put my hand up in a blur the camera. You should be able to see my hand. The problem is right here, right? All right, now this is me. This is what you want. This is the problem. The problem, it stays right in your face, right? And it's like this. I have my hands open. And once you look through the problem, you could see like what you really care about. Say it's relationship. You could see your person is right here. You're seeing through the problem. What's through the problem? Are they cheating on you? What's through the problem? Uh, if they cheat on you, if they scheming, if they're not who they say they are, if they're not somebody you see yourself long term with, um, so many problems that could be relationship wise. This person got this friend. So many problems that could be, and it doesn't mean that that's what's happening. These things are always going to be in front of our faces in terms of problems with our past traumas and how we see things, and it's only going to be a problem if you make it one. When things are good and there's still like a problem, it's only if you make it one. 9 times out of 10, I'm not beefing with people unless I make it a problem. And let me get this right. I'm talking for the people that are like completely like, how do I say it? The people that see no wrong. They see no wrong with anything, but like, if you don't say anything, it's gonna go unchecked. But does it really need to be checked? Certain things need to be checked, but certain things don't. You get what I'm saying? There's certain things where you just gotta check in with yourself. There's certain things where you're not really supposed to really just crash out. You're really supposed to like look inward first and then crash out. And I'm a huge fan of crashing out. And I don't mean physically. I mean mentally, and letting people really know what the fuck I'm thinking. Because even when you telling somebody, I love respectfully telling somebody to. I really love that shit. And I'm saying all these things. This is very far off from my other videos. But I'm stating that I am a caged animal. And I understand that I am a beast. And I understand that there's other people out there like me. And what I'm saying is, we create our own demons. Every human being, and self-sabotage. And we do it when things are good for us because we don't know what good are. I said good are. We don't know what good is. So we're so used to that we create those kind of things. And it's a very toxic cycle. And don't self-sabotage the happiness in your life. Don't self-sabotage things that you're dealing with things mentally in your head that's a problem. Don't make them a problem when they're really not. Don't put that baggage on your partner, on your people for something you're dealing with. Acknowledge, yo, I'm a fucking animal. And an animal does not mean a bad thing. That just means you got a lot of rage that you could put somewhere. Allocate that to the proper place. Allocate that to the proper fund. Put it to the right account. Like, don't go crashing out and like, being a dickhead. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. But understand that you have that capability and bring it to yourself. You noticing something, you and your girl good, you noticing something fucking with you that you feel like she's doing and she's not doing. Don't bring it to her. I've been there. Don't bring it to her that she's doing something. And it's just off of a feeling that you think she's doing something and she's really not. But like you let the fuck they call them, you let those intrusive thoughts win. And it's like intrusive thoughts is something you're supposed to like sit with. And I didn't learn this until nowish, until maybe a year ago. You're supposed to just sit with these thoughts and then if it's worthy, then you bring it to the spotlight. You don't just go acting out on these things. And I done did this. And I'm telling you, things are not a problem unless I make it one. That also can mean that people try to play with you. So, obviously you just got to know when and when not to. But understanding that when you do, there's an opposite to everything. So when there is a time for a valid crash out, there's also time to not crash out. You get what I'm saying? Everything it has is balance. Like I'm not gonna say crash out all the time. There's times to crash out, but when there's times to crash out, that means there's times not to. And I know a lot of people who they just crash out. They don't know when not to crash out. So I feel like somebody could relate. Y'all could call me crazy. This is not really, I don't know what type of video this is. This is me venting, I guess. I'm venting to a camera, hoping that somebody relates. But really sit with your thoughts that create problems, because you're a force to be reckoned with. And whenever you start, everyone knows there's no end button. Once it's on, you're Hulk. That kind of shit. And that doesn't mean beating people up. That doesn't mean strong. Strong means making people feel away. Like, you can make people feel away off of words. If there's no way to do that, if there's no reason to do that, don't do it. If it's just a thought, you battle with that thought in your head. Don't make that battle somebody else's battle, because they're battling your thought. You know, it's real fucked up. It's fucked up to them. And being on a healing journey, we're all on a healing journey. We're all healing from things we don't talk about, from things that people don't know about us, that only we know. On that journey, deal with your shit. Don't bring your shit to other people. And understand that you're a caged animal. And if you don't understand that you're an animal, you're hurting people. You know, because an animal is just being an animal. So really look within. And why do I always get so good at summing up the video and saying what I could have said? I could have said that shit in 2 minutes. I ain't gonna lie. What I just said was practically the topic of the video, but I couldn't get there. So I was battling my own demons. I guess y'all got to see that live. I love you. Be strong. Stay strong. I guess I heard stay strong is the wrong thing to say, because you're not supposed to be strong all the time. Stay vulnerable. Stay intact with self. Stay learning. And keep being powerful. And don't make people's battles your battles, unless you need to. But fight your intrusive thoughts by yourself, and win them by yourself, and deal with them by yourself. And then you can bring them to the light, you know, talk to people about them. But don't just crash out and yell at people when you never check with yourself. Like, that's fucked up, bro. No cap. I love you, and let's continue to heal together, learn together, and we're alive. If you made it this far, thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you win and everything you do. And anything you do, actually, I do want to know what people do in the comments. When I get comments, I don't got no comments now, but when I do get comments, and people, what else was I gonna say? Please let me know if you agree with what I'm saying. Please let me know. Fuck agree. Please let me know if you resonate. Please let me know if you know exactly what I'm talking about and that feeling. I don't care if you agree or disagree. I just want to know if you feel what I feel. And I feel like somebody does. Love y'all. Thank you so much. I'm going to sleep. This is video 7. I done knocked out. That's why I'm wearing the same shirt. So whoever's with me, you're going to see me in the same shirt. I ain't going to lie. Love y'all.